In this episode 3 of a wireframe creation using Figma, we are going to create this landing page. As you see on the screen, this is the wireframe of a home page which we have created with the help of Figma software. So you can see there is a menu. So let me zoom in to show you. We have a menu, we have banner section, and then we have grid section that has these 3 beautiful images, and then we have another grid section which has these 4 icons, and then followed by the block section. We have images, and then we have appropriately placed the description of the images, and then we have the projects section which will display your projects, and finally we have the progress bar section. You can change the color of the progress bar section, but I'll leave it to you. And we have our testimonial section. This is the client review of your company, and finally the subscribe section. Add your email address to the database section. So if you type your email address here, it will be saved into the website database and you will get the discount to your email. So here we are going to convert it into Figma. So this is the converter template. So I have converted it from scratch, and I leave the images in the description box in the form of a zip format, so you can download it and practice with me. So this is going to be 1 hour or 45 minutes or just 45 minutes video, 45 minutes long video for the whole complete landing page. Let's start with our work. To create the first view, you have to get into the frames, and once you click on frames, you see there is an option called desktop. Click on the desktop. Now you can create the menus. Let's start by creating the menu. So here the menu will be inside the banner image. So creating banner image would be right for now. Drag it and let's place an image. Place image on the images folder, which I'll leave in the description. Place it, and again let's create another rectangle. And let's make the opacity great. Now let's work on the menu. The first thing is going to be the company name. In this case, I'm leaving my channel name as the company name. To increase the font size, just add, and to change the color, here we have fill, and I forgot to have some space in between. Great. Now let's make this as Poppins, and the font is going to be 34. Now Control D for duplicate, type D, it's going to be home. Let's decrease the font size to 15. It's too small, 20 is okay. I'll drag it. I think we have to lock these 2 rectangles. Let's lock. Control D, D. That's, if you want, you can add one more thing. Control D. Home, about us. Then we have service. Then we have blog. Then we have contact us. Just auto space it. If we don't know how to do it, Shift A, and now click here, center, and it's space between. You can drag as like you want. Great. Now we just need an icon, so let's create an ellipse, and let's give the color of the ellipse as something reddish. here we have to change it on the fill. And now we have a plugin to use the icons. Here, get into the plugin Iconify. It will take some time to load, and I'm going to search for the text search. Just drag it and paste it, and that's what we need. Zoom in and let's fit it properly. And the color we need is to be white. Zoom out, make this section as a group and just place it over here. Great. If you want, you can make the size smaller. Now we need the banner text. To have the banner text, press T, press enter, and make the color as white. And I want this letter to be bold. Now to increase the font, press T again. Now we need the logarithm content. For that, press T, drag it, paste it, select all, decrease the font size, and change the color. Great. And then we have button. Create a rectangle. Click on the rectangle, drag it, and add the color red. And to add the radius, here you can make 30. Just type the text, no more, and make the color as white. Just decrease the size. Select these two, Ctrl G. Well, that's cool. Let's select this rectangle and try to hide it. Let's change the opacity. Well, that looks great. If you want, you can place an image. So to place an image, let's get into the rectangle or ellipse. Just drag a circle and place an image, whichever image you like. Let's use the same image. Open and place it. Well, that's cool. Now let's work on the second section. Before that, let's make this Ctrl G and make it as banner section. Now we have to type the text. About us, type T, and I have about us. Then type T, the second heading, then the description about the heading, type T, and then we have the list type T, and finally great. Now select the desktop and make it little wider, zoom out, let's break the line and let's increase the size. Let's take this little down by pressing the down arrow. The font size is okay, but we need some letter spacing, so here we don't have letter spacing. Letter spacing is available over here. Well, that's too much. Great. Fix it. Give the appropriate space. We would be adding the logo, icons just above them. Let's make this as a group. Increase the font size. Select all, increase the font size. Just copy this icon, copy it and paste it over here, drag here, zoom in. You can change the icon, but I am leaving it as it is. Just by getting into the, or else we can change it here, plugins, Iconify, correct or tick. Here we should get the tick icon. Here it is, just drag it and drop it. Close it. Now let's make this white. Let's be grayish to make it look available on the screen. Zoom in. Just place this above the box. Now here we have tick, cut it, and here we have group. So inside it, paste it and hide the previous vector. Now let's give the vector color as pure white. Great, now we got it. Carbon search. Cut it, paste it inside. I think we have missed it. Okay, fine, we'll leave as it is and move forward. It's taking some time, more time as we thought, as we expect. Likewise, press Alt and drag, and make everything as a group. Now to dim this, we have to dim the light. Likewise. Great. Now let's place an image. To place an image, let's form a rectangle first. Start here and end here, and another rectangle. And the other rectangle, by selecting Alt. Well, make the border radius as 10. Here, make the border radius as 10. Again here, make the border radius 10. Now place the image. Open, click here, select this, place the image, open, click here, finally the last one, place image, open, click here. Now zoom in a bit. Well, what you expect is what you got. If you want to add stroke, you can click. We don't need. Let's add an effect. Let's make this slightly wider. Well, that looks as we expect. So we have completed the second step. Select all and make it as group and call it as second section. Now we are going to do the same thing. Click on the desktop, make the desktop a little wider, select the group and press Alt to duplicate it, zoom in and name it as third section. Now working on third section, we don't need this group, delete it. And we don't need these rectangles, delete it. Select all, make it come down and just change the text. Everyday brings new challenge comes here, and the headings will come here, and let the paragraph fix here. Let's change the line spacing, letter spacing. Before that, let's decrease the font size. And now that looks cool. The same way we have to make it for the About Us as well. Decrease the font size and place the About Us. Great. Now let's close this and work on this paragraph, the heading and the description of heading. Now let's make this as a group. Now we need to make boxes. So to create the boxes, let's click on desktop. And if you like to change the color, let's make the color slightly wheatish, not exact white. great. Now create a rectangle, press Alt, and now we need to make this. Press Alt again and press Alt again. Select all by pressing Shift and use the Shift and drag in, and select all these. Press Alt and make it come down. Zoom in. Now we need to add an icon. To add the icon, we know where we need to go. Plugins, Iconify, process. Just click here and drag and paste it and close this. And instead of 3, we will add just 2. Select these two, make it little wider. Select the icon, make it little wider, and call it as our process T. If you don't like it, select all and vertical align, horizontal align. Select all, center align properly, choose the text, and that's at the center. Now we need to make this as pure white. The color of the icon by using our primary color, and the process text is going to be slightly dim but bold enough. Likewise, delete, zoom out, make it Ctrl G and Alt, second, third, fourth. I think, yeah. Let's add the box shadow. Click on the box, and here we have effect. That's cool. Ctrl G, box, zoom out, make it a little bigger, press Alt, and press Alt. And make it as a group. Make it as a group, Ctrl G, and call it as third section. Place the space properly. Well, that's cool. Now we need a button, so get into the first section, grab the first button, no more, I think it is this one, copy it and paste it on the desktop, drag it and get it over here. Cool. Now let's select this. We don't need boxes, we need to select the group. Cool. Let's work on the next step. Make it smaller, grab it. Now let's type the text. Type T, paste it, make the font appear as a heading, make it look like a heading. Now that's done. Now we need to create a rectangle, drag it and place an image, place image. This is it. Open it, paste it here. Great. Now create another rectangle, zoom in and make the color as white, and let's give the text as work expertise. Type T, paste it, make the font look smaller, press V. Great. If you want, you can add strokes. If the stroke is too much, you can hit and fix the color. Now we need description. Press T. So before that, copy the paragraph. Press T, drag it, paste it, zoom in. Select all, text align center, and change the color of the font to be slightly dimmer. Great. Now finally we need the text called read more, and place it over here. Again, you can change the text color. Well, that's cool. Let's make this little darker. Great. Select all, make it a group. Alt drag, Alt drag. Now let's select this and let's change the image. As you know, clicking on the rectangle, place the image. Okay, click here. Again, clicking on the rectangle, place the image. Cool. Now just change the text. I'm going to change the text by pausing it. I think we have to make this box slightly bigger. Select this box, make it slightly bigger so that it fits the word properly. The same way, make it bigger, place it. Well, that's cool. You can anytime change these as well. So select all, zoom out, and let's see how does it looks. Cool, that looks very awesome. Make it as a group by selecting all, Ctrl G, and let's call it as fourth section. Let's set this text a little wider again. Now get the copy of this, always copy it and paste it outside. Press V and drag it and give the text, and this is our project section. And then let's type the text T and give the size very small by selecting it. So select it. Now we need to give letter spacing for it. Here we have letter spacing. Now we need to add the projects. Rectangle, drag it. Alt, we don't need alt. So we'll place the image for the first time. Paste it. Likewise, I'm going to add 6 copy of it, and so I have made it. I'm making it as a group and call it as 5th section. Let's create another section. Create rectangle and place the image. And now let's type T, paste the first text and paste the second text. Let's make this very small, like 19. And let's decrease the size. And let's change the size. Now letter spacing. Now we need to make the progress bar. Zoom in. To create the progress, we need a rectangle. And we need to create an ellipse. Likewise, make it as a group. Progress bar and type the text. Marketing. Make it smaller. Select all and make it as a group and call it as progress bar. Control or click on the alt and drag. Second one, alt and drag. Third one, alt and drag. Fourth one. Now decrease the size. Now let's place the text. Responsive web design. And analytics. And then web development. Great. If you want, you can change the color to gray. I'm leaving it to you. Whichever color you want, you can give it. Likewise, we need to create another section. Let's select all, make it as a group and call it as 6th section. Increase the height. Let's get these two, copy it and click on the desktop, paste it. Now let's create a testimonial section. This is going to be the text, and this is going to be another text. Select all, center it properly, and now we need to make a paragraph. Type T, make a paragraph. This is for testimonial. Just paste the testimonial, make it little, make the font size smaller, text align center. So now we need to make an ellipse. Place the image, now select it, make it smaller. Now it's time to add the name. Type T, press B, move it again, student, alt drag, type T, and change the color. Zoom in, select all, make it as a group, or you can just select all and make it as vertical and center. Select, make it vertical and center. Now if you want, you can make 3 circles for the carousel. I'll change the color to black, so this is currently active. Alt drag, change the color to gray, and again change the color to gray, and let's make this color as a primary color. I will leave black as it is. Select all, make it as center, group it, well, we have waited to the last one. Let's create a call to action button. Click on the desktop, make it wider, select all, make it as a group and call it as 7th section, and then we need to make a rectangle. Click and drag, make the color, that's fine. Now create another rectangle, click and drag over it, and make the background as image, and click on the image. We need a transparent image, so the transparent image is here. Place it, and we got the world map. Well, that's cool. Let's try to change it. Does it look? Oh, it doesn't look anything. Let's leave it as it is. Close it, zoom in, And now let's try to add the text. Type the text and paste it. We don't need this much big text. Type T, paste it, select all, make it as white, and to make it center, let's get the another. Type T, drag, paste it, select all, make it whitish, not exact white but whitish. And now let's make this letter spacing smaller and add the spacing. And let's pick this. Select all, select these two, make it as group. Select all. Let's add some space for the decimal and the map section. So let's create a text box, rectangle, drag it, Alt. This is going to be the button. Select these two, make it as group and make it center. Now let's change the color. Here we have a color, just copy this color and let's try to give the about us this section. Select all, make the fill and keep the color as red. Let's change this our gallery as well. And here our client's feedback. If you want, we can make this as a bold. Select this section, fill, click on fill, add a fill and change the color. And if you want, you can make the color as semi-bold. Regular semi-bold and color to be red. Semi-bold here also. Semi-bold, drag it. Semi-bold. Great. Now let's make this color as red. Just one guy, not both. Make the fill and type the text. Or CBSCRIB. Change the color to white and add it at the top so that we could see. Change the text transform to uppercase and to change the font size. Great. Zoom out. Make it slightly stick together, and if you want, you can make this transparent. Click on the rectangle, make it transparent and type the text. Enter email address. Pick the color as white. Press V for the text. And make it, well, that's cool, we'll leave as it is. I'll leave it to you. You can add a email icon as well and change the opacity to meet the, or else let me show you how to add it. Plugins, Iconify, email, drag it, drop it, close it, select the email, and change it to white, select it, press V and place it, select it, and you can change the fill to grayish. Not this guy but the vector. Great. Select the vector as well as the enter email. Enter email address, press V. Well, that's right. Press V again. Get the subscribe text. Cool. Now select all. 1, 2. Let's select it by pressing shift. Or just drag it. Control G. Almost done, so I'll leave it to you. That's all for this video. Meet you in the another episode of episode 4.